My guests tonight are former Chelsea striker Jimmy Floyd-Hasselbank and former Aston Villa boss Martin O'Neill. Welcome along, guys. First, though, to the mounting pressure on Ruben Amorim. Following last weekend's defeat in the Manchester derby, the club's co-owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, flew in for a meeting with his head coach yesterday. So, with scrutiny intensifying on Amorim's job, the question everyone wanted to ask today was, what was on the agenda?
New contract. He was offering me a new contract. And no, it's normal things just to show the support, explaining that is a long project. He said many times this is my first season. For me, it's not. But normal things. Spoke with him, with Omar, with Jason, just trying to see all the data around the team. So a normal meeting, and we had several, but in this moment, it's normal people pay attention to that.
I understand you will appreciate the support, I'm sure, but you also know you do have to win matches, don't you?
That is, guys, this is football, and this is the club with more pressure maybe in the world. But we want to win. I think we are playing well until the boxes. Defending and attacking. We need to be more aggressive in the boxes. We need to be more clinical. The rest, I think we are improving and comparing to last year. I think we are in the better place.
I find him fascinating, guys, watching Amorim speak. He's so good in those press conferences and even just the way he carries himself. And he's able to say there that he thinks that Man United, in his words, are in a better place. Martin, what would you say about that?
Well, results will tell otherwise. I think that you, as a manager, you want to see as many positives as possible, and you want to express them to people, even though you know people are not really listening. That's the point. And if you do think that then, and you're not getting results, then the obvious question back again would be, but those are two very, very important areas. You're saying, you know, you're doing okay, but you can't score a goal, and you know
you can't defend.
You're not defending, but you're doing all right. So the cynic would say, well, isn't that not part of the game? Yeah. It is difficult, and I thought it was funny. He comes on and he was preparing himself there, obviously, for questions coming up about what was happening with that conversation with the owner of the football club or the co-owner, and he says a new contract, immediately laughing, and I bet you that set the boys back a little bit, and it was funny, and it was really good. That was a nice remark, really, and the very fact that he could laugh at himself then. But when you're talking about the serious business of trying to win football games, he mentioned there, all managers are under pressure from day one. It wasn't like that there 100 years ago, but it is now. Under pressure immediately. So you have to get results, but you have to get results at Manchester United. You have to win football games, and it's the old adage, you've got to win.
Well, that's it. You know, mentioning results there, I want to show this picture because the actual record that United hold since Amorim has come in is the worst record of any ever-present Premier League side. So take a look at this here, so you can see, so of ever-present teams in the Premier League, Manchester United there in 17th on 31 played, 31 points. Worse goal difference than Spurs there. I mean, Jimmy, when you look at that and you hear Amorim, you know, do these presses and say, you know, we're in a better place, we just can't do this and that. What do you think about it?
Of the head coach's contract. Look. United's failure to qualify for last season's Champions League combined with their lowest league finish for 51 years meant broadcast income plummeted by almost £50m. Despite that, United were able to post record revenues for last season of £666.5 million, thanks to record commercial and matchday income and reduced operational costs. The wage bill also fell £51.5 million to £313.2 million, largely due to players taking a 25% cut in wages since they were not competing in the Champions League. United's EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation and amortization, a financial tool used by banks and investors to assess a company's financial health and ability to generate cash, and the best reflection of underlying business performance, stood at £182.8 million. This is the highest of any club in European football since the COVID pandemic, and comes just 6 months after Ratcliffe claimed United would have gone bust by Christmas, but for his cost-cutting measures. Omar Barada, the United chief executive, said the ability to post record revenues during such a challenging year underlined the club's resilience. To have generated record revenues during such a challenging year for the club demonstrates the resilience which is a hallmark of Manchester United, Barada said. Our commercial business remains strong as we continue to deliver appealing products and experiences for our fans, and best-in-class value to our partners. As we start to feel the benefits of our cost reduction program, there is significant potential for improved financial performance, which will, in turn, support our overriding priority, success on the pitch. United have endured their worst start to a season for 33 years with just 4 points from as many games as Amorim's position comes under growing scrutiny. But Barada said United, who moved into a newly revamped £50 million training ground at the start of the season, are building for the long term. As we settle into the 2025-26 season, we are working hard to improve the club in all areas, Barada said. On the field, we are pleased with the additions we have made to our men's and women's first-team squads over the summer, as we build for the long term. Off the field, we are emerging from a period of structural and leadership change with a refreshed, streamlined organization equipped to deliver on our sporting and commercial objectives. We are also investing to upgrade our infrastructure, including completion of the £50 million redevelopment of our men's first-team building at Carrington, on time and on budget, following prior investment in our women's team facilities, to create a world-class environment for our players and staff. Meanwhile, planning continues to meet our ambition of developing a new stadium at Old Trafford as part of a transformational regeneration of the surrounding community. Sir Jim Ratcliffe told the obvious next Man United manager after Ruben Amorim is under increasing pressure at Manchester United as he struggles for results, and Rene Meulensteen has named his replacement. Rene Meulensteen has pinpointed Michael Carrick as the obvious successor to Ruben Amorim at Manchester United because he knows the club. The Portuguese manager has faced mounting criticism recently following disappointing results at Old Trafford, with their humiliating 3-0 derby defeat to Manchester City piling on even more pressure. That setback is the latest in a long line that also includes last season's devastating Europa League final loss to Tottenham, and their shocking Carabao Cup elimination by League Two outfit Grimsby Town last month. While the Old Trafford hierarchy publicly supports his capabilities, reports from Mail Online indicate that first-team squad members are beginning to doubt Amorim's tactical approach. It is believed that United would face a £12 million compensation bill should they choose to dismiss the current boss, though some may contend this represents a modest investment if the club genuinely seeks. Sir Jim Ratcliffe spent more than £36 million on sacking hundreds of Man United staff, club able to post record revenues of £666.5 million for last season, in large part due to reduced operational costs. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's brutal jobs cull at Manchester United, involving the sackings of Erik Ten Hag, Dan Ashworth and hundreds of staff, cost over £36 million in compensation. The cull helped reduce losses by more than £80 million as United's net figure fell to £33 million for the 12 months to June 30th this year. That is down from £113.2 million over the previous year, largely as a consequence of the club shedding around 400 jobs. That large-scale restructuring process, which has seen the club's headcount drop from 1,122 to